As you know, probably by now, my name is Samantha Jane, and this is my week ahead insight to help steer you through the week ahead. How have you all been? I hope that you have been well. If you are watching on live, then obviously drop me a hello, drop me a comment. If you're watching it on replay, whether on Facebook or on YouTube, then drop me the little hashtag replay and let me know where you are watching from. So this week, hi Kay, hi Vicky, hi Chris, hi Chloe, hi Anna, yeah, hi Sarah Jane, hi Julie. I hope you're all really, really well. It has been a hard week for so many people. I think the weather is getting people down. The solitude, the weather, a little bit of loss of hope is all going on there. But we are good to go. So this weekend, you may have found yourself needing to work on a strategy somewhere in your life. If that is you, write the word strategy. It is about deciding where you are going from here. Hi, Emma. Deciding where you are going from this point now. After everything you have been through this year, there needs to be some point to this, don't you think? And that is down to you to choose what that point will be and where you are going from here. All right, so know this is a season now to be dealing with your strategy, to be working out a strategy, not just dreaming it and as in an end result. You've got to have a strategy to get there, whether it's a personal thing or a business thing. Hi, Ian. But one thing that does need to be done this weekend is to pay attention to the details. Success is in the details after all. Now, the reason for this is we are now stepping into this new moon energy. We should have clarity in our communication, and we should be setting new goals, or we should be acting on the plans for the goals that we have set previously. And we should be doing that with a lot more confidence within ourselves as well. So pay attention to that. There is this need to be focused, not drift. If you are in business and you want to be successful heading into 2021, excuse my French, but do not have a fuck it season now. Yeah? This is the time to set the energy with this new moon energy on how you're going to move your business, your career, your personal life forwards. But you need a strategy to do it, not sit on your asses thinking that the universe will deliver. Now, you may also feel the need for companionship this week. You may feel the need to feel loved, to feel wanted. But as I said yesterday, if you caught my live, only true love is going to cut it. So if you are in the marketplace for a quick fix, you may be disappointed this week. All right, this is a time for recognizing the importance of true love and connection in our lives. So therefore, as you increasingly feel that need for companionship, that is what you are going to seek, really, is that true love vibration. Now, yes, that can come through intimate partners, but be aware we connect to love when we connect with family, our animals, friends. Do you know what I mean? These are all sources for love, so bear that in mind. Now, we do have to watch out this week for a little bit of deception, a little bit of lies. And you may need to protect yourself a little bit because of that. All right. And also, we may become quite aware of people's negativity this week. So if you have people around you who make you ill, maybe this week you should not be so available to them. And sometimes that's easy to say, but there is this real need to protect yourselves from those who make you feel ill. We don't want their negative energy bringing you down. Now, jumping back to the love aspect, if you have a partner, you also need to watch this week for feeling insecure. All right, and that is because what you're looking for now is that commitment. Again, it's to do with this true love vibration going through us. This need for that commitment. So if you're in a relationship and you're not convinced that the commitment is really there, then that may well come to blows this week, or things may happen to show you that it is there this week, or you may be communicating very clearly on wanting that commitment with somebody. If you're single and new relationships are possible, but remember what I've already said, it is about true love, true connection, not a quick fix. So I would jokingly say to you that this week you need to remember that relationships can be for life, not just for Christmas. All right, so keep that in mind, lovelies, with that swiping that you may be doing. There is also this need to recognize that this is a good week for business. You may be feeling like it's all slowing down, and I totally get that. But it doesn't have to be about the sales. It doesn't have to be about the income. It can be your back office stuff when we say that this is a good week for business. Remember, new ideas, clarity, attention to detail, attention to planning. All of this makes this a good week for business. It is also a good week to start saving for something if there is something that you particularly want to achieve. Now, this new moon energy will have us setting those new goals. I am to advise you not to get lost in the details. There's a difference between having a plan and getting lost in the details, thinking you're thinking through a plan and a strategy, when in reality what you are doing is you are allowing the ego to distract you from stepping forwards on that plan and on that path to achieve that goal. So just be aware of that. This is a great time to not get lost in the details and instead be adventurous, be open-minded, and that can open the doors for you to much more success around you. Now, this is a month, in fact, not just a week, but the month for change. You will often hear people saying that if you want a different result, you need to bring in a change. And people will often say to me, how can I bring in a change when my life is da 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 da? I'm kind of stuck, I can't bring in a change. Change begins in here, and it is changing the processing, the programming that goes on into your brain, into your mind, and everything that you are putting out into the world. If you want to invoke change into your life, you can start small. So if you think of it this way, like we are put here to grow, and our lives should be growing in accordance with that. But if we are not open to change and open to growth, then we're not growing as a whole. Does that make sense? Drop me a little comment, let me know if I'm making sense to you, if you understand where I'm coming from. So because of that, there is a need to change the details of your mind, because you're not changing things, you're not experiencing new things. If you wake up at the same time every morning, chuck on your clothes, your uniform, whatever, get in the car at the same time, eat the same things, watch the same things, have the same conversations with the same people, where is the mental growth and therefore the life growth in that? If you want change, this is how you bring change in. You change your habits. And that's why I'll often say in a reading, you need to mix it up. Mix it up. If you're someone who's got into a rut of shopping at 6 o'clock every Tuesday, for God's sake, be reckless and go on Friday at 11 o'clock. Do break up the patterns, because what happens is that your mind doesn't step out of that and you switch over to living life completely and utterly subconscious, because you do the same shit day after day after day. So why would your brain need to engage and think about this? This is a time, the reason I mention this is because this is a time to challenge your own behavior, your own routines, all right, and your own mentality. And someone's put that, oh, this is a challenge, I live in Manchester. You don't live in Manchester, you live in this world, you live in this beautiful place. Stop being small-minded. Expand your mind. Look beyond the four walls that you are in and mix it up. Change your routine within your four walls, and you will be programming your mind to look for new things. All right? Look for new challenges. And you don't have to be clutching at straws and grabbing. It will flow, it will click, all right? If you want to change your life, this is basically how it is done. This is the secret. This is the secret. Get out of the rut, get out of the programming, change the tape, and you can change your lives next year. But you need to start now. We're in the new moon energy of the last month. I have to get this right. The last month of the first year of a 10-year cycle. If you don't want the next 9 years to be all about the things you didn't change in 2020, then crack on and start to bring that change in. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense to you, if that is resonating with you. If in fact you needed to hear that tonight, because I've been like pushed that I have to drum in changed ways of being. Change your ways of being. I'm seeing people on Facebook moaning their asses off, putting pictures of them up, looking shit, moaning that they always feel shit. So what you've basically just done is sent a picture, even a picture, out into the world. And you have asked the universe to deliver you feeling and looking like shit. Well done. I always say, everything you speak is a prayer. Everything you speak is a request. And everything you speak will come back to you at some point. The universe doesn't know what is good, is bad, what is indifferent. It sits here only to serve you, and once you get out of the way, it will deliver. All right? So this is why you need to high vibe, get out of the victim zone, get out of the struggling zone. I know it's easy to sit here and say, but it's a conscious choice where you let your mind take you. And this is the last month of this year of making those choices. So get your mind into your future and out of the past. You are never going in the past. You're always going in the future. I tell a lot of my clients to daydream that future in, and that is exactly what I mean. That's visualizing. That's visualization. Sit and daydream like a kid. Daydream about your future life. Is it helping you? Drop me a comment and let me know. I'm going to switch over to the cards now. And as always, I have to say that readings are for entertainment purposes only. But I'm sure that this will help you. So this is a general reading for everybody who is watching. All right. So take from it what resonates with you. Bits of it may be for you, bits of it may not, all right? It depends on where you're at and how much Spirit want to help you tonight. Because that's all I want to do is help you, all right? Help you be happy and loving this place we came to be on. So if you're into your crystals, I would actually say do some grounding ones this week. Because I need you to dream, but you need to be grounded to get the plan and the strategy in place, not just dream. All right? So, hematite, smoky quartz. All right, don't know where my approved sellers are. Drop links in for those. Hematite and smoky quartz are the crystals for grounding. If you prefer your oils to ground you in by burning those, whether that's incense or literally oils, I'm going to say vetiver and sandalwood. Love a bit of vetiver. Right then, let's see what they will give me through the cards for the week ahead. Now, don't forget to tag people in that need to hear this. Get your friends into this group. If you're watching in my Facebook group, it's the Positive Vibe Tribe. Get them in here. Let's get them vibrating high so this world doesn't become this dark, depressive place. So again, I'm getting that this week you may need to protect yourself a little bit emotionally, and that is referring back to from people or situations that drain you. Be aware of your energy, be aware of other people's energy. If other people's energy brings you down, step away. Dealt with a lot of people this week who are literally on a knife's edge, let's call it that, for want of a better expression, of ending things this last week. It has been a tough week for many, many people. All right, but there is this need to step forwards, and there is this need to recognize you have to protect yourself sometimes from the people and things that bring you down. There is also a need to stop looking backwards, start looking forwards. How many times do you hear me say that? In order to end this year with a win, with a success, and that all links to new beginnings. Some of you may need to take a risk this week or feel like you're taking a risk in order to bring that in, but I have it as all good. If you are studying, learning, growing, that can be generally about life. It can be literal, your university studies, your school studies, your whatever training you're in. Know that this week that studying still matters because it opens the door for long-term success and long-term beginnings of that happiness and that joy that you desire. So don't throw in the towel. If you are studying this week, would be the advice. Always up to you, but keep going, keep going. This is a week where people are going to need to look at the duality in their lives. They are going to need to look at their work-life balance. They are going to need to walk away from people who pull them out of that balance. Be aware of that. Many of you will be trying to maintain a balance, and in order to get there, there is a need to go over old ground in order to win. There are situations to now once and for all walk away from and know that other people have played their part, played their role. And whatever karma they now face is their own karmic path. It is not yours. Stop looking at it. Stop owning it. Step forwards. Things are going to be as they need to be to restore a sense of balance and order in your world. Focus on you this week. Focus on being well. Focus on being kind, but also I'm hearing, but focus on not being stupid. So I'm just going to give that. I don't know who needs to hear that. I'm just going to give that. But know that this week is about stepping forwards and not stepping backwards. Now, when it comes to business and work, and I got asked this week, what if I don't work? When I refer to business and work aspects, if you are not working, in that sense we identify with working, then it is the things that you do regularly on a daily basis in your daily life, things that are filling your daily life. So this week, again, I'm going to say it's about the focus, it's about the strategy, it's about the goal, and it is about the journey. And approaching it coolly and calmly. If you have a sense of panic and urgency on anything, it is your ego thinking you're about to miss out. Yeah? If you feel calm about it, then it's positive and it's in alignment. So just be aware of that, okay? And step forwards beautifully. There have been some quite rocky waters in work and business for a lot of people watching this, but you are on to a smoother path, but you also need to keep going and need to get focused. Even if the strategy, the path has to change this week, and you recognize that, change is a good thing this week. It's not a bad thing. I don't think it's ever a bad thing. Step forwards with that. All right. Now, when it comes to relationships and love, many of you this week will be reminded that you are older and wiser after all that you have been through. All right. So you may be able to handle communication in a much clearer way with your connections, that may be with people who are older than you as well. But it is about moving your connections, moving your relationships forward to new ways of being. Some of you may even be moving to new locations in order for those relationships to go to new levels. Some of you may be moving where you live to take relationships to new levels. But it is all, again, this is the week for moving forwards with all the energies behind you and supporting you. And that includes love and relationships. Now, spiritually, it is about recognizing that sometimes you have to be quite black and white about things that have gone on instead of over-analyzing. Because what's important this week is your connection to yourself. Yeah? But if your mind and your energy is out there analysing, wanting to know the ins and outs of a duck's arse and everything, looking for the spiritual slant on everything, that isn't being spiritual, that's being in your ego. That is you trying to control, understand, etc. Sometimes we have to learn to let that go and just focus on feeling connected. Somewhere on my page, if you're in my Facebook group, if you're watching this, there is a video I did. God, I think it was at the beginning of second lockdown. It should be there in the media section, to show you how, put you through a meditation to connect with yourself. My advice would be to go back and watch that video, because this week it's about connecting with you, staying true to you, recognizing that, you know, that feeling of home comes from within in reality, okay? And start to move forwards. Okay, and there is this need to pay attention to conversations this week, all right? And know that you can communicate with such clarity and that it will bring a new sense of life and energy and purpose to the things that you are doing and the places you are intending to take yourselves. So I hope that helps you this week. It's a brilliant week if you allow it to be. So I know we have to fight the negativity this week. That's what I'm going to call it. But that is our self-sabotage routine. We have to change how we think. We have to change how we feel in order to lose the fears that have held us back. So don't be frightened about pausing. Don't be frightened about changing your mind. And know that this is a week for growth. And remember, the key word this week is love. If you're not loving it, if it isn't love, it doesn't belong. Have a great week, everybody.